This is an update on the Super Nintendo D-pad for the PSP Slim. I'm making this update because I ran into an issue with it. Essentially, the D-pad, it was moving too much. Now, if you look at a stock PSP Slim, you'll see the D-pad does have some play to it. Stock, it does wiggle, but because it's a separated D-pad, this cross-section in the middle holds it in place for the most part. Does not affect gameplay no matter what position it is. But there is no cross-section here, so the movement really did affect, gameplay and such. So I went to fix that. Look at this. This is a stock, D-pad circuit board. This is the modded one. If you see, there's a little notch there. So what I did, you see that hole right there. Take a drill, the smallest drill bit you have, and drill right through that hole right there. Drill a hole there, and then what you need is a PSP case screw. One of these screws here. On the PSP, these screws are located right there, or on the back. There are 4 screws under the battery, 2 under the battery compartment here, and 2 right there. All these 5 screws are the same screw. Use one of those screws, either from your own PSP, I wouldn't suggest that, or find them on eBay. They come with housings and all that. Buy a cheap housing, a screw will come with that. Or, well, if you're rehousing a PSP anyways, you'll get an extra screw. You might have them lying around. Find a PSP for parts, you'll get that screw. Anyways, you drill that hole. After you do that, you need this JB Weld plastic bonder. Mix it up. Get a toothpick. Put the toothpick in that hole with the plastic bonder. Put the screw in through the back. Now it'll stick out like that, and that plastic bonder will be all over the screw. Flip it over. Again, with a toothpick, cover the back of the screw with that plastic bonder stuff. All of the back, make sure it's nice and covered, but make sure it doesn't go past, the width of the speaker. Also, I dropped it. Don't want to lose that. I'm using it. Screws are screws. They have... It's not focusing. Treads. That's the word. Anyways, you see this here? This does not have tread anymore. What I did, I again used that plastic bonder stuff with a toothpick, and I dabbed it all around that to make it nice and smooth. Now you have 15 minutes for it to set. Make sure it's nice and straight, and then set it to the side, and then wait like an hour or so, and you'll be ready to work on it. The D-pad itself, pop it out. First, the membrane. The membrane, you will have to cut a hole like that. If you see that, it's nothing pretty. As long as it goes, the membrane is able to go through that with ease, then that's good. I just used regular old X-Acto knife, cut it. It's nothing pretty, it just works. That's it. Now, this, if you'll remember from the last video, there's a notch there to fit, the nub on the faceplate. Now what you do is you make a second notch. Take a look at that. The second notch is right there on the right side. This notch will go over that. Essentially, look what it does. One notch will hold it there, and this will prevent it from moving. The main issue was that it was moving like that. Now, because there's a notch there, there's a screw holding it there, it's not able to move like that. And this one is holding it too. There are two connections holding the D-pad, so it won't move. You only move if you press it, left, right, up, down. It's perfect now. That's how you do it. You make that notch as well. Just hold the D-pad like this, get your drill bit and drill straight down, just like, just like that. That's how I did it. To make it nice, and smooth on the edges, I used an X-Acto knife and just, shaved off all of that. And that's about it. That should solve any wiggling issues on the D-pad. Now you have a perfect Super Nintendo D-pad on your PSP Slim. You'll be attempting this mod. Wish you all the best. It's actually not that hard. It's just very time consuming. Doing all the shaving and stuff on the back, it took practically a day of my free time doing that. I'll keep following me. I am almost done this. I'm done pretty much everything on the front. Going to be working on the battery on the back.